I'm going to go back to ESPN because their motto used to be or still is something about serving sports fans anytime, anywhere. That's their motto. They're letting athletes and broadcasters dump on fans constantly. They call it embrace debate. They say that that's what literally this is what sports fans debate and argue. That's the whole fun of being a sport. ESPN has removed itself from what the tradition of sports fans. We argue, we disagree. What are they doing?
They are pandering, and Dominic Foxworth has made a living. I think he does a real subtle job of really exploiting and using white guilt, because it's just like, oh, you white folks don't understand what we go through. Well, look, Dominic, you were good enough to play in the National Football League, but no one ever forced you to play football. And that's the thing that I get into trouble because I tell fighters sometimes, like, hey, guys, if you don't like the sport and you think it's harsh, you don't have to do this. And it's just amazing to me that somehow now that this is an indictment on fans, on the very people that drive the popularity of the league. And by the way, based on social media and the behavior of the Cincinnati Bengals fans, the overwhelming majority, they understood what was going on, and it's not like they were chanting in that Bad News Bear sequel, let them play. I actually think most people showed a lot of restraint and said, you know what, this is such an unusual situation, and there's no precedent for this. We are okay with them calling the game. My view was, Jason, after about a half hour, just looking at the players' reaction, and specifically Stephon Diggs and the glazed look over Josh Allen, I said, you know what? I don't think these guys are going to play the rest of the night, and I don't blame them. But I am just wholly against the guilt trip being laid on the fans of football from talking heads like Dominic Foxworth.
But I'm going to go back to ESPN because their motto used to be or still is something about serving sports fans anytime, anywhere. That's their motto. They're letting athletes and broadcasters dump on fans constantly. Yeah. The fan's the bad guy. If Russell Westbrook picks a fight with a fan, if anything, any dispute, oh my God, someone yelled something at Draymond Green can get the fan tossed out of the game. This whole narrative that the athletes and the media are now aligned against the fans is offensive to me. I can't believe sports fans tolerate it. And maybe they're unworthy of respect because they soak it up. I see people caping up for these guys and pretend they wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. They hate your guts. They don't make a secret of it.
Jason, I wonder, these same people that are so outraged over the fans' interest in the sport and over what took place last night, do they have the same outrage when a coal mine blows up and 15 coal miners trying to earn an honest living die, and the next day that shift begins? Business as usual? Do you have the same respect when a police officer or any first responder like a firefighter or paramedic goes into a burning building to save lives, loses theirs? Do they have the same amount of outrage and umbrage with the public? I just find it, again, our priorities as a society are completely out of whack.